The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the set. 44 Mike. Check. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check. Kill. Look. Squeeze. 49. Check 49. Snap.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
44. Mike.
Off the play fake. Purdy escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun. Purdy. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
To throw on 2nd down. Purdy, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, Purdy. Complete to Washington. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Purdy, and he connects with Ebron. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Ready. 18 Gator.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in. Give me my best power running play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, defense.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mayfield now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
That's the end of the first quarter.
6-0 our score after 1.
Browns nothing.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let me know right now. You better bring it. Hurry! I got it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Off play action. Purdy. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Good. 180. Check 55. Mike. Man out. 25.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey, alert 33. Real. Hey, wahoo. Hurry.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Drop deep. Mike, 54. Hey, Delta. 54. Blue down.
Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That one good for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. T.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephon Tuitt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Rush in.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
60 out, wide, get wide.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. We take a win.
Right back to him on first down. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Off the play fake. Purdy. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Washington's got it. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Off play action. Purdy eluding the pressure right. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. So we've reached halftime here at a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He finds an opening past the 40. zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the Steelers' 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They run it again with Chubb. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Good. 180. Check 55 to Mike. We got to get the ball.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the eye.
A toss play to Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Recon, 132 fighter. Me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Hey. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And some room to maneuver.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
10-2 stop. Yo, go.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, over. Check line 54. Line 54.
2nd and 11. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And that is caught for the 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 26, check 26.
And again, it's Chubb. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Show some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
We want it. Come to my work. 50. Regular. Check. Alert. Silver.
Throwing, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey! Yo, cheetah. Defense.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. This is Johnson. He's got it. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to throw. Purdy. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Ready? Mike 54. Protein spill. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Purdy. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the ready.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the
hold on to that ball. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter,